Haverty's Furniture is here to help you get set for the season with up to $1,000 off. So you can set the stage with style and set the bar more beautifully. So why not settle in together on a new sofa? Because being at home doesn't mean having to settle for less. Even though the holidays feel a little different this year, Haverty's Furniture can help you create the perfect holiday setting with up to $1,000 off plus 0% interest.
Episode 1831 of the number one podcast and Apple Podcast for Job Search. You are listening to No BS Job Search Advice Radio. I'm your host, Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and welcome. I like to spend some time daily talking with you about some element of job search because I believe it really doesn't have to be as complicated as it is for so many of you, even during these times. I want to help you learn the skills needed to find the job. And that's why I do this show, why I have my YouTube channel, JobSearch.TV.com, with probably about 9,000 videos plus about job search, hiring more effectively, managing and leading. You know, a lot of stuff related to you and your career and helping you be more effective. But most of it's about job search. This show is an answer to one of those tough interview questions. It's geared for managers and above. How do you keep your team focused? Hope you find this helpful and give it a great review wherever you listen to the show. And with that, let's get going. Now, the question for today is, so how do you keep your team focused? And this, of course, can be directed toward anyone from a manager level or above. And the typical answer is to talk about, I try to schedule 15 to 30 minutes daily with my senior leadership. Now, if you're a manager, you don't have senior leadership. It's really with your team. And you try and do a quick huddle up in the morning to get people focused and directed. I understand that sometimes it's not possible and people will have to interact with others because other situations come up. But we have 15 minutes blocked out on the calendar each day to check in. That's the basic, typical answer that firms would expect. But let's go a step further with the answer and say, and then I try to notice patterns. So, for example, I notice if someone isn't there, whether they're being ganged up on. I notice whether in the course of talking with people, I'm listening for emotional things that are going on to indicate that the team is strained in some way, that there's something going on beyond simply the data of what needs to happen. So that in this way I can address it with them privately and just see what's going on. Because kind of like in football, and I'm going to use American football as the example, sometimes teams put in plays too quickly, the players get overwhelmed, they start reacting slowly and they don't perform well, or they're just feeling overwhelmed. And the coach will cut back on the playbook for a week or two in order to make sure that the team is not stressed out. Well, the same thing applies professionally. Sometimes your team has been working hard for so long, they just need it a little bit easier for a period of time. And I sometimes will cut back on my playbook and my expectations of them and let them, I don't want to say coast, but we're going to cut back on the things that they're going to be doing and try and structure things a little bit differently so they can catch up. So again, it's a little bit more complex an answer than just simply we meet for 15 minutes and try and get on the same page with one another. No, it demonstrates the emotional intelligence that at least American firms demand of their leaders, that they're sensitive enough to the moods and personalities of their team, which is a social organism. It moves, it sways, it evolves, it changes, and you need to change with it sometimes and not always drive the bus. And sometimes you do have to drive the bus because you can't cut back. So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, here are a few more ways to get information and advice from me. First of all, there's my website, which is thebiggamehunter.us. I have more than 8,000 blog posts there that you can watch, listen to, or read that will help you find your next job. In addition, if you're interested in my coaching you, at the site there's a button there that says schedule. Schedule time for a free discovery call, schedule yourself in for coaching, interview preparation coaching, salary negotiation advice, coaching related to hiring more effectively, managing and leading, helping you to be a better executive in your organization, and overall being a better employee of your firm. If you have questions for me, you can ask them at Wizio.com/The Big Game Hunter. That's WISIO.com/The Big Game Hunter. The price at Wizio is less than 1/3 of what I'm charging at my website. And I'm doing this because I want to benefit my subscribers here and on YouTube, and only you're going to know about it. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn at LinkedIn.com/IN/The Big Game Hunter. Mention that you watched or listened to my content. I like knowing I'm helping folks. Once we're connected, it's nice to hear from you. I'd love to hear from you from time to time about how I'm helping. You can also watch me on TV. Did you know that? If you have a Fire TV or a Fire Stick, download the JobSearch TV app for Apple TV, Roku, Sony, Samsung, like 90 different TV platforms. You can watch me on either Zingo TV or BingeNetworks.tv. On YouTube, subscribe at JobSearch.TV.com and have access to thousands of videos I've created. I'll be back tomorrow with more, and in the meantime, I hope you have a great day. Be great!
Total Wine & More is a wonderland to explore. Thousands of wines and spirits, unexpected pairings, and great gifts. Low prices and helpful guides make the holidays magical at Total Wine & More. Drink responsibly. Be 21.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
This Thanksgiving, think outside the oven and get Thanks Grilling with Ace. Get a new grill and choose from top brands like Traeger, Weber, and Big Green Egg to add even more flavor to your Thanksgiving turkey, side dishes, and desserts. Plus, right now, get free assembly and delivery on all grills and accessories $3.99 and up. For the best help on the best grills, stop by your local Ace and get Thanks Grilling. Ace Rewards members only through December 24th. See participating stores for scheduling or exclusions.